Hi, so welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a break from my normal videos and I'm going to make a few that are aimed at people with a visual impairment. So these videos will be a few of the basic knots that you can hopefully follow along with, that you can use in everyday life. I've tried to set it up so it's most beneficial. So I will be talking a lot more in my videos than I usually do. Giving a lot more description than I normally do. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to follow along. So starting up with our setup, I've got a black background. It's a little bit reflective. Ideally, I want it to be non-reflective. And I've got a high contrasting yellow cord, which is about 5mm thick. So that's in front of me here. I've got less lighting in this room than normal, and I've got one spotlight which is illuminating the area in front of me. So I'm going to talk about the terms I'm going to use first for these knots. So starting off on the left hand side, I've got the working end, so I'll use that term for the end of the rope that would be doing the knot with. Okay. Next to the working end is the working part. That's any cord, any rope that's next to that attached to that working end. Then we have a crossing turn, and that's just where the rope has been twisted over itself, and it gives you a twist. So it lays over itself. Okay. So in front of me here, we've got a bite, which is just like a loop of rope. Imagine it as you've taken a bite out of a sandwich. It's that area. It's like a little bite out of your sandwich. Yeah. Then to the right, I've got the standing part. So that's like the length of rope that you will not be using for the knot. It's like the extra bit at the end. Okay. And then right at the end will be the standing end. Okay. So that's all the parts of the rope I'll be using for these knots. Okay, so we'll start off with the most basic knot called the overhand knot. It's sort of the knot you tie with your shoelaces before you tie the bow part. Okay, that's what we're aiming for today. So in front of me I've got the loop of rope. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up each of the ends. Okay, we can use both ends of this rope in each hand. So one in the left and one in the right. Okay, so I've got probably about an inch or so of rope between my thumb and finger on each hand. So what we're going to do is cross them over. It doesn't matter if it's the left hand going in front of the right or behind the right. It doesn't matter which way you want to go, but we're going to cross it over. Then what I'm going to do is hold it with one hand and grab the other one. And then take that cord and wrap it into the middle of this loop. So that's downward, and reach behind the cord and pull it back up. So I should have now a cord in each hand, the knot loosely tied in the middle, and as I pull the cord tighter, we should get a loop form. So this is what it looks like. Nice and open. To me, it looks a bit like a pretzel, that sort of look to it. So we've got one circle of rope in front of us, and one of the loops from the right is actually going down through the knot on the left, a little hoop, and on the left it goes through and up on the right. So I hope that's a nice clear description. So that's what we're looking for. If you put it tight, it should make a reasonably tight knot. If you put it too tight, you won't undo it. It's one of those knots that are quite tricky to undo. So this knot is called a stopper knot, and the reason is it is great for stopping at the end of a rope. Okay, so it's great for tying at the end of a knot. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a close-up there of the knot, and to me it looks a bit like the drawn heart shape, but with a cord on the left and the right coming out of it. It's called a stopper knot. That's like the little category it's in. And the idea is that you tie it at the end of a piece of rope and it'd work as a stopper. If you were pulling it through something, it would catch on that circle that's holding it in. Imagine like the eyelet in your shoelaces. It would stop the cord from coming all the way through, the shoelace coming all the way through. So that's what a stopper knot is. And that is our first knot. I hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching.